Hi friends, I gotta tell you something. It is hot out. I wanna talk about beehive ventilation today. You can just add a little bit of a crack here. Move this to the side so you can see it really good. I'm adding a little bit of a crack right here. Same principle. Hi, my name is Ray. I'm a certified master beekeeper. I don't know where it's like in your area of the country, but here where I live, it's between 95 and 100 degrees this week. The heat index is definitely well over 100 to 105 every single day. It's hot. And your bees are going to be stuffed in here early summer, maximum population. And I want to show you a few things that I do and that you can do to help with ventilation in your beehives, including something that a lot of people ask me about. And honestly, you can just make this yourself. It's really simple. I'm going to show it to you today. So let's just talk about a few basics here. I wanted to mention a couple of things and kind of show you this infographic behind me. First of all, in general, the bees can handle ventilation by themselves, and they don't need a lot of ventilation help until it gets to a certain breaking point. They know how to move the air inside of the hive just fine. They know how to work together to fan and circulate that air and keep the hive at their optimal temperature there around 92, 93 degrees throughout the year. But there does come a breaking point, especially if the hives are directly in the sun, if the outdoor temperature is, above 95, all of a sudden you get to this breaking point with the hives where it gets to be too much for them to be able to cool. And not that they're going to stop trying, but their effectiveness is going to greatly be diminished by the capabilities that they have. And so this is why we talk about maybe helping them a little bit with ventilation. Is it necessary in all environments? No, it is not. However, there comes a place where, again, I said, where it is possibly advantageous for you to help your bees. The two things that you've got to watch out for when the temperature starts to get too hot are the comb collapse or the comb melting down. Comb starts to melt or break down at around 95 degrees. And if it gets much warmer for that, if it gets much warmer than that for an extended period of time, not like an hour or two, but if you have a really hot day and the sun is beating on your hive for several hours, that can definitely be a factor that can cause your honeycomb to melt down. The other thing that can happen is it's possible that you can kill your brood from heat spikes. So when the temperature gets too high, it can actually destroy the brood, which can set everything back and can even prevent the queen from laying for that very same reason, knowing that that brood is going to be damaged. You can take a look at this infographics, pause if you'd like and read some of the details. But I just wanted to go over a few basics about ventilation, when it is necessary, when it is not necessary, and the two main dangers that we have to watch out for when it comes to our hives getting overheated. So let's talk about a few basics and a few things that you can do. I'm going to go ahead and give a little bit of smoke to this hive to keep them calm. So we'll start right here with the entrance. If you're using a traditional entrance reducer, I'm just using a stick on this hive, you're going to want to have this entrance reducer open to a larger size. This is a screen bottom board. This insert here definitely needs to be cleaned off. The purpose of my video. You see this? This is where wax moths love to lay their eggs and hive beetles as well. And this stuff that falls through the screen bottom board. There we go. So a screen bottom board will add the ability for the bees to ventilate the hive a little bit better than if you didn't have one. But what I really want to emphasize today is whether you use a screen bottom board, even if you pull the insert all the way out, I oftentimes just pull mine out part of the way. It's not enough in and of itself for ventilation for your beehive. Here's why. All of the heat rises, and as it rises, the hot air just continues to accumulate in the top of the hive. Unless there's some way for that heat to escape out of the top of the hive, having a ventilation at the bottom is only going to have minimum effect. Now, without a doubt, the bees are very capable of moving the air inside of a hive, and they can push some of that air out the bottom. But it's a lot easier if there's some sort of a top ventilation. And here's why. Every bit of air that comes out of the top of the hive has to be drawn in somewhere else. And so if a cubic foot of air comes out of the top, that means a cubic foot of air came in from the bottom. So if you want to help your bees with ventilation, by adding some sort of top ventilation, you're really doing a tremendous service that you wouldn't be able to do just with bottom insulation. And so this is why I suggest a couple of things. Number one, I use my own version here. I've created this. This is definitely not a sales or promotion, but these are available on my website. This is the hive gate. But the feature here is that we have ventilation holes here, similar to what you'd have on a robbing screen, but it's not a robbing screen. And there's only 3 holes for the bees to actually go in and out of with this particular entrance reducer. But you'll notice the rest of this is still ventilated. So even if you're not using a screen bottom board, if you have some ventilation at the top where that air can draw through, this is not sealed off, but it will help with robbing as well. So this is something that I've worked on over the course of the spring and early summer. It's just a brand new design. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the hive now. All right, so you can see we've got ventilation here. We got ventilation horizontal holes here. Just 3 holes, very minimal entrance that the bees have to actually guard, but yet we still get the benefit. So if you're not using a screen bottom board, this hive gate can allow for more ventilation than you would normally get with an entrance reducer that's put on a smaller size in the summer to prevent robbing. All right, now let's talk about top ventilation. I get asked about this a lot, and I use these pretty much on all of my hives over the course of the summer. Sometimes they get left on the entire year. I love this little product. And I buy these from a company called Honey Run Apiaries. This is not a sponsored video. I don't know of anybody else that makes them, but I love it. It's basically just an inner cover with a 1 by 3 or so on the sides, and then number 8 hardware cloth over a bunch of holes on the side. And sometimes I'll even add some additional holes in here for even more ventilation. This particular one, I haven't. And so when I put this on top of the hive, what it allows the bees to do is, as that hot air rises to this top section up here, I've got my cover on, the hot air is going to escape out the bottom here. And as I told you before, every cubic foot of air that escapes out of the top of this hive has to be drawn in from somewhere. That keeps the ventilation moving throughout the hive. When I have these on my hive, my bearding cuts down by 75% on the outside of the hive. Bearding is a natural behavior where the bees are just too congested inside, it's too hot, and they get out of the way in order for the air to move. It is burning hot out here. That's why I keep trying to wipe the sweat off of my face. And so this little thing is, I love these for the hot months. Now, you can make these yourself. There's nothing special. You can buy them, but you can also make them. All you have to do is just take your inner cover and nail a 1 by 3 board on to the inner cover, to the top of it. Put some holes in it and some number 8 hardware cloth, and you can make it yourself. The only thing that I would suggest is just make sure that these holes are low enough so that when your top cover is on, especially if you have a telescoping top cover, that it doesn't cover up the holes. Now, if you're not interested in this particular top air vent design, you don't have to have it. You can do something very simple like this. I've got this little piece of worn out plywood. If you could just add a little bit of a crack here, move this to the side so you can see it really good. I'm adding a little bit of a crack right here. Same principle. Every bit of air that comes out of here, heat rises, it pushes out the hole. Every bit of air that pushes out the hole here draws air in from the bottom, keeps the circulation and ventilation going on inside of your hive. You can put a quarter here, you can put a nickel, you can put a little stick, it doesn't matter. The only thing I would say is if you make this too big to where the bees have to defend that entrance over the course of the summer, robbing could become a problem for you if the bees are able to smell and or enter into another hole. So typically you want this to be small so that robber bees cannot get in here. But it's a simple way of just adding some more ventilation to your beehive.
And just one more thing to add here. I've been keeping bees. I first started keeping bees with my dad 50 years ago. I kept bees with him in New England. Now I'm in the Southeast United States. Where you live makes a big difference. And I'm not really talking here about creating ventilation just because you have a hot week or a few hot days. I'm talking about when that heat is really pervasive, that humidity is super high. But where you live really makes a big difference about whether you even need to add any ventilation to your beehives or just let them figure it out themselves.
Okay, so I got to tell you the truth. This video is kind of short, it's kind of tight, and here's the number one reason why. I'm already sweating horribly out here. I don't even know what the heat index is. I know it's over 100 right now. The bees, they're not real thrilled with me being in the hive today, so I'm going to cut this off, but I appreciate all of you that give me support. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. If you're interested in joining my channel, you can hit the join button there and see some of the benefits of being a member of the channel. I appreciate all of you that leave comments as well. It helps my channel to grow. I appreciate it. Take care, God bless, and I'll see you on the next video next week.